So you know, if you're one of them and you're listening to this, what are we going to do? What's the answer? What's the solution? You know, this is real awkward. And it shouldn't continue like this. It can't continue like this. And, you know, Copernicus was wrong. Galileo was wrong. The moon landing, perpetuating the stories about the possibility of taking rockets to the planets is wrong. The round Earth model is wrong. The linear time model needs to be adjusted before the corruption it's introducing into our culture destroys it. And you people, this is your job. If you're a professional spy, if you're working for one of these big agencies that has been nodding to me, and you know, I can't trust you. I'm sorry, I can't trust you because of your ways. And you know, it is how it is. I mean, I mean, yeah, you could have killed me. You could have killed me multiple times. You probably still could. You haven't yet. Oh, and that means I'm supposed to trust you? Because you haven't killed me? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, we're all about love. Well, yeah. You're all about manipulating love. All about manipulating people, it seems to me. And that's my perspective on it. Change that, maybe things will change. If you want change, if you really want change. I don't know how many people bought into the change scam last presidential election, thought you were going to get change. Ooh, you didn't get to see my vlogs on that. Helicopters withstanding. So, yeah, crazy world. My life is nuts. So I don't know how many people who are involved with the Farscape cult are actually my former friends. I'm sure that a few of you are. And if you think it's awkward because of the other people, what the other people in the group will think about you if you associate with me directly, and you know, you give up the ghost on your bullshit. Yeah, I don't want to be your friend anyway. So just go do your thing. You know, not really a friend. So yeah. Let's see. Moving on. Multidimensional people, the people who are waking up to the multidimensional nature of reality right now, I think are the future. And it's not everybody. And I don't know what's going to happen to everybody else. And, you know, it's like such a difficult thing trying to explain hypersymmetry. The implications of hypersymmetry to somebody. Some people have got it. Some people already understand the concepts. The multidimensional nature of consciousness, etc., and so forth and so on. They sort of have an intuition about these things that enables them to work with our world and our reality in ways that baffle even me. There's like one or two such people I know about. Risa 5 is one of them. Matt Stiegel's doing it unconsciously. I'm hoping he'll become conscious of that nature at some point. And it's a short list. Rob Bryanton. But he's, I don't want to say he's cheating, but at the same time he's into he understands the higher dimensional ordering of the nature of time and space, and is trying to work with it in a practical way. Not many people doing practical work. Most of them are witch doctors or shaman or magicians or people like that who just wouldn't communicate it to someone else, wouldn't try to communicate it to someone else. Is interested in more the practicality of it, which is more or less where I was before I decided to start writing Astrotome. When I decided to leave my regular work my old company and try to write a book, Astrotome. It was in hope that it would have an audience, and maybe someday it will. It's fire trucks having a fire meeting here. That's probably a drill. Yeah, it looks like a drill. Maybe it was a fire drill. Fire drill turned into an impromptu meeting. Who knows? Very strange Thursday here in the woods. What else? Ghosts back there. I was going to end this with a fire. This is sort of the off season for fires in the area because it started raining. Fire prevention, that is. It's the on season for people who like to have fires. Which, ironically, I think it was probably a fire that I was making in my house that got the attention of the people who eventually made Stargate. Like I said before, the Stargate tradition is done in the Egyptian motif, where this god Ra comes back to Earth, to the people that he had made, and he has the power to reincarnate. Yep. And my tradition is, well, the one that I was studying back then, that I was talking to people about, was the Vedic, the pre-Hindu Vedas. And as far as articulations of this knowledge, they seem to be the best, the most adept treatments, most complete, most articulate treatments of the nature of the relationship between consciousness, physical manifestation, and the cosmos, outside of the Bailey work that I'm aware of. Now, I've only become sort of engaged in the Bailey work in the past 2 years, but the work speaks to me so deeply. The book flies off the shelf, the page opens, there it is. And it's transcendental. This more physical, corporeal sorting that demonstrates the nature of physical manifestation as it relates to the solar logos. And so the logos in the book becomes strictly metaphorically symbolic of immediate work, I guess. And then the work takes on a completely different dimension. And that, what I just said there, it's a description of the sort of work that is underneath of a lot of the understanding that I have. And it's something that goes back before the astronaut days that I was working with unconsciously. And other people had seen it, I think, then, in the form of unusual coincidences and sort of linguistic ability, perhaps, comprehension, but didn't really know what to say about it. And So it'll be interesting to see what's, if I get to explore the Bailey work more. But at one point in my life, when I realized this gap between the nature of the understanding of physical manifestation and this logos, when I realized that, I stopped reading. But it's like I learned how to read again, and since then, I see basically no one else around me is knowing how to read. It's like a form of literacy. It's like the difference between a computer and the operator of the computer. The person that operates the computer is using the computer's language, whether he knows the computer's language or not. The computer's executing the language. The person doesn't have to know how to program the computer to use the computer. And the same is true for books. People don't know what the binary is that use the computer. They don't know what the machine codes are. They don't know how it's put together. And they use it anyway. And the same thing with people. That's the way I see people. Most people who read, and especially people who read a lot, they get programmed by the book rather than being intellectually engaged in the material. And that's the short of it. The long of it is that what the book itself has been separated from, for example, the tree the book is printed on. No one takes into consideration the manifestation of the paper in the moment at the reading it. It doesn't happen. And so, World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones, according to Albert Einstein. It's very dark. Einstein, one stone. The devil's in the details.